Okay, so I'm gonna call this one kind of like um, fake love leveraging. So this is a like a trick or a tactic that has been used on me a lot, but it didn't work really at all. um, this especially I noticed this big time in South Jersey. I've seen it elsewhere, but it's like a big, huge South Jersey thing. Like they just sort of teach it to each other, the guys or whatever. Um, and for example, like if they knew you from high school or knew you through other people through around like high school or when you grew up or whatever, and they'd see you or notice you or whatever, then they'll suddenly start to want to, come over and visit or be friendly or whatever. And this would be like a lot of times even like when I would visit my dad, or even if I was when I was working in Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, I was staying with my friend. There would be people that would call me, and I just did not want to really talk. I'm not single, and I just wasn't interested. But then they would all talk about how, or they would come up to me and they'd want to talk, and they'd make it try to seem like they're all like all really smooth or something, or like they're real friendly, like I'm a friend, I'm here for you, kind of thing. And they want to hear you talk about something, but not because they really want to hear anything about what you have to say. They don't give a shit about how you feel. It's just all an act. And through that process, depending on how much either confidence or how pushy they are, they'll eventually either blurt out or come right out and say it, or it'll be like a whisper. It'll be like, hey, I've always had feelings for you, or I've I've been in love with you. This is kind of one of those weird things because, for example, like when I grew up, it was one of those things like in the 90s and like Generation X and so on. Like you don't just tell a girl that you love her if you don't, because like you could be stuck with that girl forever because you went and said you loved her and now you used her and abused her. And now you're a scumbucket, you're a scumbag, right? So that was like another thing is like guys just kind of didn't say I love you. They just didn't. It was just kind of a considered like a cheap move. You're like that's what scumbags do. But that's what he's betting on. He's betting on you still thinking that guys generally don't say I love you because it's sort of like a loaded thing, right? Because only a scumbag would say I love you to, get what he wanted out of you. So he's betting on you thinking that so he can still use that technique. See, that's how it works. And so he will, he'll say that. It could also be sometimes there could be a few guys doing this simultaneously, and you're thinking it's random, and then you're thinking, oh my God, I must be like really hot or something. I must be like really hot shit, and like everyone's like after me. Like, why? Like, I'm not even that good looking, and I'm not wearing any makeup, and I'm not even trying, and I'm already with somebody, right? It's to mess with your head, it's to mess with you, okay? It, that's why it's so insidious. Okay, there could be like where they come and they bring you something like I don't know donuts or something, or hey let's go hang out, right? I don't want to hang out. I gotta work. Um, or let's go shoot some photography. Let's go and like no photography shooting ever takes place. Let's go to the beach. Let's smoke a cigar together. I don't smoke. Let's hang out at the bar together and not even really get anything. Like there's like no real drinks happening. It's just ice. Um, I want to show you my car. Or they'll tell you personal stories. They could all be made up with their mother to make you feel like they're vulnerable and they need to be nurtured or something, right? And it's this thing. It's constantly to make you feel sorry for them, to feel bad for them. They need attention. I I need you. You know, it's all nonsense. It's nonsense. Where were you my whole life? How come you haven't been my friend on Facebook? How come you haven't been my friend in my email or whatever? How come you da da da? Because they're not. They don't care about you. It's just nonsense. They just happen to notice you and you're the new target. You know? They're like sad and pathetic, you know? I mean, eh. Because you know why? Because he's just not that into you. He just wants to get that into you. See what I mean? That's how it is. That's how it is. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like when it comes to like dudes and stuff, and they're just suddenly all up on you. Yeah, you need some like boundaries and so on, and you need to stick to your boundary and be like, no, this is the boundary. That's it. You know. Ugh.